Early humans spent much of their time searching for food. Their diet was simple, based on what they could hunt or gather. One day, an early human might have tasted something new. Perhaps they licked their fingers after touching seawater. Or maybe they saw animals licking certain rocks or soil. This new taste was sharp and interesting. It was not sweet like fruit or bitter like some leaves. This was the taste of salt. Coastal communities were likely the first to regularly encounter salt. After high tide, under the warm sun, small pools of seawater would dry up. Left behind on the rocks were tiny, shiny crystals. Curious children might have touched them, then tasted them. Adults, too, would have noticed these deposits. Inland, away from the sea, salt was found in other forms. Animals often knew where to find it. They would gather at places called salt licks. Early hunters, tracking animals for food, would have observed this behavior. Nature revealed its salty secrets in many different ways to those observant enough to notice. The taste of salt is fundamental. It is one of the basic tastes that human tongues can detect. Early humans, upon their first encounter, would have recognized its unique and strong flavor profile. It was a powerful sensation, quite different from the subtle tastes of plants or the richness of meat. This distinct taste was immediately noticeable. It had the power to transform bland foods, making them more appealing and enjoyable to eat. Salt does more than just add its own specific taste to food. It possesses a remarkable ability to enhance other flavors. Perhaps the most revolutionary discovery about salt was its ability to preserve food. Salt works by drawing moisture out of food items. By removing the water, salt creates an environment where spoilage agents cannot thrive. This discovery was incredibly important in a time before refrigeration or other modern preservation methods. Archaeologists are like detectives of history. They carefully dig into the earth, searching for clues about how people lived long ago. When they investigate ancient sites, they sometimes find evidence of early salt use. This evidence can take many forms. It might be old tools specifically designed for scraping or collecting salt. It could be fragments of pottery vessels used for evaporating brine or storing the finished product. One of the oldest known salt production sites is at Lake Yunqing in Shanxi Province, China. Archaeological findings suggest that people were harvesting salt from this naturally salty lake as far back as 6000 BCE. Across the globe in Europe, another famous ancient salt center is Hallstatt in Austria. Salt mining began here around 4500 BCE during the Neolithic period. The ancient Chinese were masters of solar evaporation for salt production. They constructed large, shallow ponds, often near the coast or salty lakes. Seawater or brine from the lake would be channeled into these ponds. The strong sun would beat down, and the wind would blow across the surface of the water. Slowly, the water would evaporate, becoming more and more concentrated. Eventually, all the water would disappear, leaving behind a layer of pure salt crystals at the bottom of the pond. Ancient Egyptians, living in a land blessed with abundant sunshine, also produced salt. Their civilization flourished along the Nile River and bordered the Mediterranean Sea. The Romans were renowned engineers, and this extended to their salt production. They established extensive salt works, known as salinae, along the Mediterranean coastlines and other suitable locations. These salinae often consisted of a complex series of interconnected evaporation ponds. The Romans also utilized another method, boiling brine. Salt's importance in the ancient world extended far beyond its role as a simple food seasoning or preservative. It was absolutely vital for human and animal health. Our bodies require sodium and chloride, the two elements that make up salt, to function correctly. Salt helps regulate fluid balance, nerve function, and muscle contractions. Beyond its physiological importance, salt had a multitude of other uses in ancient societies. It frequently played a significant role in religious ceremonies and rituals. Many cultures viewed salt as a symbol of purity, incorruptibility, and permanence. The immense value placed on salt meant that, in many times and places, it was used as a form of currency. The English word salary, meaning payment for work, has its roots in the Latin word salarium. This term originally referred to the allowance of salt given to Roman soldiers as part of their pay. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating content.